Listen, what do you guys have to say?
Well, I mean, obviously we're surprised. That's nothing that we could have anticipated. And the judge is being prudent. He did the right thing. He's given us time to present our arguments and emotion. He's going to review the notes that you guys heard and saw. And then we'll make our arguments. We have decisions to make. Our client has a decision to make. And then he'll make his ruling after we hear arguments from both sides.
Jason, how surprised were you at the difference in the statement?
Well, I mean, obviously it's happening to us in real time as the witness is on the stand. So I don't know, you probably could see that after she started testifying, I started looking back at the paralegal and it just started going back and forth and talking to Nico, because we had never seen anything like that before in anything we've had. Obviously, we've been going over this case for almost 2 years. And so, yeah, it was surprising. And so then I said, well, let's question her and see. It'd been important. But she said, well, yeah, I've been telling them. And then the prosecutor says, oh, yeah, she's been telling us. That's having an issue, obviously, because the law of Texas is if they're just telling them that, they just tell us.
Tell us what the issue is with the statements, whatever the course is.
Well, I mean, I think we kind of went over it, but there are some inconsistent statements that she has that meet this habit. But primarily, the witness testified that she saw the shooter and saw a person matching the description of the shooter on the south side of the building, which is where we put a note say we could talk about, or where we all agree that Adrian drove to when he thought that he was encountering the shooter or somebody with the shooter. He drove there, and that's what happened in open statement. But having this witness who has never said that before to us and only to them, that's what was shocking to us, and that does affect our trial.
Yeah, so it's a surprise. So she testifies for the first time. It's the first time we heard it. The part that was bothering to us, troubling, I think, to most people that were watching, is that she said this in the salad rack. To hear it for the first time in trial was nothing that we've seen before in discovery. That she has said this before, that's trial preparation, and it's a critical issue in the case. Location is a critical issue in the case, and what you're our Adrian saw or didn't see. But then the problem that's more troubling is the fact that she told them in December and they didn't know it.
Do you think this makes? Do you think this is the Brady standard?
And look, the analysis needs to be made. It falls under that umbrella, and so that's what's going to be argued tomorrow.
It's because the belief is that this could potentially clear your client.
Well, it's not about that. If any evidence that bolsters the government's witness or could contradict their credibility, even is relevant for us.
And so I wasn't here in the beginning. So are you going to ask her in this trial?
We can't disclose that right now. We have to.
Is that something I would consider?
It's a remedy allowed by law, and we're not saying that we're going to take that remedy or not, or argue for that remedy or not yet.
But it is something that's possible.
The judge had that available to him.
It is what the Brady violation is for people that don't know and why this might fit under Brady.
Well, it's exculpatory. So Brady covers exculpatory evidence, not just evidence that exonerates somebody, but could impeach a government witness to hurt their credibility. And in a case where credibility is really critical and it affects.
Okay, so the issue is her credibility here as well.
For this witness.
And they also Michael Morton back here in Texas too, but this train in as well.
Yes. So 3914, which is also the Michael Morton Act, Article 3914 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure says that the prosecution has to turn over everything that they have, including any statement that might be inconsistent with what a witness has said before. Obviously, what we showed is when the Rangers interviewed this witness 4 days after this happened, she never said that. And that's a pretty big deal if you saw somebody with a gun at your school matching that description. So when they said that, that's what we were arguing, and when she testified to that, I didn't know at the time that she had told the prosecution that, and they hadn't told us. And so I didn't know if this was something she's saying for the first time on the stand, or is something she said to them before, when everybody clarified and agreed and admitted on the record that it was something that they had known and not told us. That's where we have this.
Mr. LaHood, just as a defense lawyer, as an attorney, Randy can say, what fruits? I mean, to me, you seem really very concerned just from the professional.
Well, we only get one shot at this. I mean, this is not a game to us. I mean, Adrian's and the families of Uvalde, they want closure too, and they deserve to know all the truth. This is not just about Adrian, it's about everybody, it's about that community. That's what it matters. I mean, this is a big deal. And so, if we're going to go back and we're going to strategize and talk and prepare the information the judge wanted and requested from us, and we'll make our arguments tomorrow, and the judge will make his ruling.
But certainly for the families, they've been devastated. Is that right?
We're not contesting that. I think you saw that.
Yeah, but and then to have something like this today.
But Nico, could you talk about the preparation that seems to have taken place for this case. This is a huge case. This is a big mistake.
Yeah, Miss Smith, we don't know what it is yet, okay? But the judge will make that determination. What I'm saying is it shouldn't happen. Let's put it that way. And yes, the government is prepared. We have put a lot of preparation in. Families have been waiting. Adrian has been waiting, and everyone's life is to unfold. And so it's a big deal. And you have to be right there and sit there.
What decisions does he have to make tonight? What decisions does your client have to make tonight?
You have to make a decision what remedy we ask for, and the judge has a lot of latitude of what he can do.
When you're here at the posse per se, I was running my own law firm. I was worried I just slipped my mind. What did you think about that?
We were surprised, discouraged.
Nico, this is a first of its kind trial. You said this is the first time this has ever happened to you in your law experience. How do you go about just even figuring out what your next step is? Because this is something that everybody seemed to be caught completely off guard.
We have to make decisions that are in the best interest of our client. We have to do it legally and ethically, and that's what we're going to do tonight. We have to weigh out our options. We have to present them to our client. We have to talk as a team, Gary, ourselves, or paralegal. We're going to make a decision. I'm going to pray about it, and then we'll make a decision tomorrow, and we'll make our arguments to the judge.
Just legally, what are the other remedies?
Well, the judge can admonish them to excluding evidence, to be creative with a remedy in this trial. There's a lot. The law gives them a lot of latitude.
So ultimately, it also
That's all. So we have to make a request first, and then the judge will make a decision on the request.
What's the significance
Thank you,
of
ma'am.
this? Because this is a very unique trial already. So the significance of this issue, of this kind of issue, such a trial.
Well, what the issue affects this case, and it affects the credibility of a witness potentially, and then you don't get a second chance at this. We can't rewind. So either we ask for an extreme remedy, the judge either grants or doesn't, or we don't, and then we don't know what the result's going to be. So it's a big deal. You have to make the right decision.
Do you think we could figure out an answer tomorrow?
We, as in her.
As in the judge, the prosecution?
Well, we'll make our arguments, and the judge will decide when and what he'll decide. He's not going to say wasting your time. He's an experienced jurist. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have spoken.
You buy the game?
Most horrific. All of us feel for them, and this has changed our lives. I've been through a lot personally and professionally, and I've seen a lot of things, and I feel for them.
So in a nutshell, we kind of arrived late. What happened? What actually happened?
We have a witness that testified something different for the first time on the stand today, and actually disclosed that to the government in December. Nothing that she had interviewed before, inconsistent with what she had interviewed before, and so that was new. We're arguing it's Brady material, it's exculpatory evidence, and so we have to decide what remedy we're going to ask from the judge.
And you said you've never had a Brady case in all your time as a lawyer, correct?
A Brady violation.
Brady violation that you
Well,
guys
we've seen a lot of them, but not to this magnitude. I mean, this is a big situation, so it was a surprise to see this.
What material difference did this indiscrepancy make to the case?
Well, the placement of the shooter is a big deal. It's a huge issue in this case, and so this witness testified very differently than what she interviewed in the past, and she disclosed this new information to the government in December of last year.
How does that?
They didn't disclose us.
And then how did that affect your side?
Well, I'm not going to tell you our trial strategy. I'm just saying that the issue is where this shooter allegedly was and what our client allegedly saw. And when he saw this, if he did see it at all, it is a big deal. It's an issue of the case.
And like you said, because this is a first of its trial case, you guys want to take the time to think about this.
Well, yes, we have to make the right decision and give the right advice to our clients. Absolutely.
Before this happened, you warned the jury this is going to be a very emotional couple of weeks. What did you see in their faces? Could you glean any kind of reaction to what each side was telling them today?
I'm not going to comment on what I saw and didn't see from the jury. I just know what this case entails, and I've seen all the evidence. It's an emotional case. All right, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.